Yes, I did lose my bottom lip. Let me explain. I know I didn't lose all of it, but I did lose a pretty big chunk of it. So, well, I'm not as affected about it now as I was back then. Because if you're not close with me or just haven't really noticed, I did lose a piece of my bottom lip. And honestly, I wouldn't say I suffered from depression, anxiety. I got really bad anxiety from this because every single time I would go out into public, no matter what it would be, the gym, going to get food, hanging out with people, it was just hard to be out there because I could feel eyes all around me, which, don't get me wrong, I would be curious too and I would want to look, but I didn't know if their intentions were malicious or like, look at that kid, or like just curious about like, oh, I wonder what happened. For the most part, I am very appreciative of the people that were around me, that were supporting me through this time, because honestly, it was supposed to be a really good time of my life. It happened 2 days after my graduation, when I graduated from high school, and I was just supposed to be enjoying life right now, and that was the exact opposite of what I was doing during that time. Okay, so the day is me getting my senior photos done, which I did them late as hell, which, knowing me, I procrastinate hella. So I was like, you know what, let me at least get these senior photos done for my mom, because the school wasn't gonna have them, it was just gonna be for my mom, and I kind of wanted her to have something for me so that she could remember and look back by the time that I move on, that, like, you know, you got some things hung up on me. So I look nice, I look swell, we're getting these pictures done, and then after the pictures are done, I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, can I go hang out with, and we're gonna call this person Duck, because I am not leaking anything. This would open up a big can of worms if they found out I was talking about them, but they probably already know. Anyways, so I asked my mom, can I go hang out with Duck? And she's like, you know what, yeah, just take my car, because the thing was, we drove together and I didn't take my car. So I took her car to go see Duck. She's like, yeah, just be back an hour or two and then come pick me right back up, and then you guys can go hang out again. It gives me a nice hour or two. I can go hang out with Duck, stop and go get my mom, and then come back. I'm thinking like, yeah, you know, that's perfect. And I'm feeling swell. I looked great, smelled great. I probably felt great too. I was feeling my best. So I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a good time, you know. So I'm feeling myself. I'm in this nice car, because if you know anything about me, my car, is disgusting. It's seen better days. We can just say that. I'm feeling myself. I pull up to the house and I noticed that Duck's sister is outside. So I figured, let me chat it up. Let me have a good time. Let me just see, you know, how she's been, because it's been a minute since I really like talked to her. We're having a good time, just chatting it up, and the dog, this dog, man, if I would have known what this dog was capable of doing, man, I wouldn't even stepped out the car. So she's playing with the dog, and this dog is a Pitbull, which, that's already a red flag to begin with, and I should have known. Yeah, Pitbulls are a no-go anymore for me. I'm playing catch with the Pitbull, just having fun, still talking with the sister. Keep in mind, this whole time, it is being fine, friendly, all that. I'm thinking to myself, you know what, nothing much, you know, of it. I've known this dog for, I would say, about a cool 3-4 years. I didn't think that it was gonna bite me and attack me. I let my guard down. I'm over here enjoying myself, just having a good time, playing catch with it. Then I got a little bit tired, and I was like, you know what, let me go sit down and just, like, you know, talk with her. So the dog ends up following us, and he had some water sitting right next to her, and he was drinking his water. So the way he was faced, his back was towards me. So he kept drinking his water and then turning, looking at me, which right then I should have known that that was a sign to, like, not even, like, go next to this dog, which maybe it had some problems with, like, when it's eating food or drinking water, that it just thinks I was gonna take its food, which, then again, I am stupid for trying to go pet this Pitbull while it's, you know, doing its thing. And it should have already been a red flag in my mind that it keeps turning its head looking at me every single couple of seconds once it's done drinking. My dumbass decides, let me go pet this dog. But that's just me. I love animals. I wanted to pet the dog while he was drinking his water. And then he jumps up in my face and bites me. And I think the craziest thing was, I think it was a playful bite, because he didn't go after like a second time or anything. It was just a one and done. He goes up and bites me, and obviously Duck's sister is scared. She's like, oh my god, are you okay? Are you okay? And I immediately covered my face to where my hand is over my lips. And I'm just saying to myself, yeah, I'm fine. Because I didn't feel anything, which I think it was just the adrenaline starting to kick into me. And I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, I'm fine. It's, you know, nothing to worry about. And I immediately turned my back away from her. But then she's like, let me look at it. So then I slowly move my hand And oh my god, her eyes widened so big. It was actually like surprising. And then she starts panicking. She starts crying and calling for Duck's mom. Well, for like her mom too. She starts panicking and crying for her mom. And I'm like, oh my god, there's no way it can be this bad. Because then I start to see a little bit of blood, because a bunch of blood dropped on my dunks. And I'm low-key, at first, I'm just pissed about the dunks. I'm like, damn, because these were new too. They costed what? I think damn near like $220, something like that, just for these dunks, just to get ruined in about a month. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. So I'm not even worried about my lip. I'm just thinking, you know what, maybe it's just like a little hole in between my lip, nothing too crazy. So then her mom ends up coming out and is like, they're all panicked. So now Duck is out, because Duck was getting ready just to go out. So everybody's outside now, everybody's looking at me, and I'm like, no, I'm fine, everything's okay. So her mom's like, move your hand. So then I end up moving my hand, and oh my god, all of them started panicking, and I'm like, no way it's that bad. So I end up pulling out my phone, and I look at myself. I kid you not, I wanted to like scream and start crying. Well, I wanted to just damn near flip out. I wanted to start breaking down. Like I started panicking. But on the outside, I'm thinking, no, it's fine. It's like everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. But deep down inside, I wanted to cry. I wanted to let that shit all out. I just looking at my face and how different it looked during that time, it made me realize that like things could change so quickly. So they end up rushing me to the hospital, and the whole time I'm just looking at Duck, and I'm just thinking to myself, what would have happened if I would have just never like went? What if I just didn't come here? What if I waited for my mom to be done hanging out with her friend, and then she would have took me back home, and then I would have took my car to come hang out with Duck? Just all these things are going in my mind, but on the outside, I'm trying to stay as most positive as possible, because everybody around me is panicked and stressed out for a good reason. Obviously, your dog just bit me, and they're probably thinking I'm gonna sue. You know, I'm not gonna sue them because I know them personally, but it just sucks that I can't get any money from it. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm not gonna sue, it's fine. But I bet you they think, oh, we're donezo. This guy's breaking in the bag from us. While they're rushing me to the hospital, my mom ends up getting there, and the first hospital we went to, they couldn't give me stitches. I guess whatever hospital that we went to, they didn't specialize in anything face related. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, if I had like a big chunk of my skin missing on my face and I was bleeding out, would they even help me? Would I have just died like right there? The first hospital we sat in, I think I sat there for about a cool hour, and I'm just sitting here with a rag over my face. I didn't have no medication, no nothing, no painkillers. I'm just sitting here just with it, which at the time it didn't hurt, to the point where I'm even making jokes like, where are the perks? Give me the perks, like shit like that. And obviously everyone around me is not like, nobody was laughing at my jokes, because I was trying to lighten the mood. But I think everybody was on edge and just stressed about what just happened, which I understand. So they end up taking me to the first hospital. But this one, I like this one, because we got rushed in immediately. They didn't even book us in. They sewed me up quick, gave me stitches, everything. And she did a really good job. If you can see now, it just looks really good. And honestly, the worst thing, it looks like I have herpes, which it's better than not having a bottom lip or even a bottom chin. So, you know what? I'll take having herpes over not having a bottom lip. So she ends up getting me in there, stitching me really good. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, this is crazy. Like, because now after all the stitches, everything has happened, everything starts to settle in, my adrenaline kicks off, and I'm just thinking to myself, wow, what is this gonna happen between me and Duck and everything like that? I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, things were going so good just for them to get ruined like that. So now a couple weeks go by, and I am just kind of depressed. I look at myself in the mirror. I don't really like how I look, which I think is obvious. You have that big of a change in your face, and you know, you've known yourself for about 18 years, and just one day it changes and you got to look at yourself differently, which is going to be different. You know, it's going to be hard. And I'm just thinking to myself like, damn, this is supposed to be my time to have fun. And I can't be doing that right now. I have to just sit back, relax, and just heal. So I was depressed for, I would say, about a cool month. Coming to now, I am now excited. I don't know if plastic surgery is going to be the option for me. It might be really expensive, and I don't know if I want to do that. Or I might just have it rock out how it is. And you know what? Just say if it happened, it happened. I mean, if we do look here, I'll show you guys a side profile. I don't have a bottom lip anymore. It's, you know, well, like, it's not pushed out as I would say so. Like, look, it's there's a pretty decent size of it that's missing, which I would probably need some lip fillers or something. That's gonna be crazy money to spend, which I don't have that money to spend. I don't know what I'm gonna do from here on out, but all I know is that things as of recently for me have been a lot better. The funny thing is after all this has happened, me and Duck no longer talk. Duck ghosted me, which is crazy enough. You took my bottom lip and then you ghost me. I don't even want to have that discussion. That makes me mad to think about. Oh, I could have been cut you off. I could still have my bottom lip. I could still have it. But no, I'm stuck here with no bottom lip and now no Duck. So what was the point? Whatever. I don't even. It's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, that's my story of how I did lose my bottom lip. I don't know how much I can show on YouTube, the before and after. I definitely won't show the before because, yeah, it's pretty disgusting. But I can maybe show the after. I'll blur a little bit of it. But that's kind of it. Hope you guys enjoyed your day. And if there's one thing you can learn from this is you can go through any adversity. It's all about just having the right mindset.